It's gonna be sweet.
All right. We're doing this. We're live.
Live? Is it live streaming?
We're live.
No.
We're not live, but this is the It's Gonna Be Sweet podcast. We finally got.
It's Thursday afternoon.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
We finally got everything set up.
I know.
So it took me 14 years to get it set up.
Actually, I feel like realistically speaking, you put this podcast together way faster than most people.
Yeah, but I've been talking about it for.
Just about a month. Like, that's it.
That's a long time to be thinking about something.
Not.
Isn't it?
I don't think so at all.
No, not realistically.
Well,
not.
we had some issues.
You
so-
jumped in feet first. You went for it.
Yeah,
and
but
here you are.
we had some issues. We tried the first podcast at the hotel, and we had a nice.
Yeah, we figured out our issues.
We had a really nice camera for the pod.
I don't even think a camera is that important.
It is important.
When Caitlin Bristow from The Bachelor started her podcast years ago,
here we
it
go.
was just on. No, it was saying when she started her podcast, it was just on
Audio.
like audio. Yeah, and people listened, and no one was like, "I can't believe this. There's no recording of this."
Yeah.
I can't wear this guy.
I feel like when you have an audience already, like
That's true.
they don't really care
That's
what
true.
it is, you know. But when we're trying to like build an audience, I think video would help because
Yeah.
they
And
see
just
who we
to
are.
let
You know.
this is our nice SA Sweet Aroma windbreaker. I'm taking it off because I am too hot.
Yeah.
I wanted to rep it.
Strip down,
I
baby.
wanted to rep it, but
At least you have the
it's not
shirt
looking
underneath
good.
it, though.
I do have the
in
old
your
school
face.
Sweet Aroma shirt. So this is the original Sweet Aroma shirt that was created. So it is cool.
By yours truly.
I like the new ones better, but it is a cool shirt.
Why are you wearing it then?
I brought a shirt because I couldn't find anything this morning. So I was trying
my
to get out the door.
gosh.
My
Maybe-
wife, actually, just to let you all know, this is my wife, Ariana. She's a beautiful young lady. And
Young lady.
she didn't wash my other shirts, so...
You says
Oh,
the guy
man.
who has a closet and drawer full of shirts.
I have too many T-shirts to list.
Yes.
But half of them I don't like. So.
You should truly just purge.
Same.
Purge.
All
I
right,
gotta
so
do that too.
so this is the It's Gonna Be Sweet podcast. Thank you for the beautiful sign my wife built us.
I'm sure you'll need something else in a few days.
No, it's a great sign. It's a great sign. It's gonna last forever,
Forever.
as long as it doesn't drop on my head.
Oh gosh, can
Because
you imagine?
we did hang it pretty quickly here. So yeah.
No,
so
it looks good.
We're gonna talk about a lot of different things today, but we're realistically just doing this episode to inform everybody. Yes, we are starting a podcast. Yes, it's
gonna be
called
sweet.
It's gonna be sweet. Whoa, bro! I can hear that in the headphones.
Oh, it may so aggressive.
Hear what?
You just slamming it. It's like ting. Listen,
Well,
that's what I heard.
you should have just kept going. And
You guys should
didn't
fight.
Say
We're
anything.
gonna fight now. Just kidding. But yeah, so we're gonna get started here. This is the It's Gonna Be Sweet podcast. We appreciate everybody joining us.
Do I look at the camera?
Listen
Do I
in.
wave?
This is my beautiful wife Ariana and my co-host Jesse Wilson. He's a great guy. Helped me get this set up. Wife helped me get this set up.
I think I'll be the star of the show, and honestly, I think people will want me back more than you guys.
Yeah, I think
You're probably right.
I mean, there's a reason why we had you on the first one. So
Because I'm the most fun.
yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
And you're cute, so that helps. Definitely
Looks
helps.
aside, I had the best personality here.
Yeah, and you don't want headphones. So.
I just didn't think they were important, but now I feel weird without them looking at you guys, looking at me with that podcast.
Yeah, because we can hear you really well. Like,
Yeah.
I can hear you, but can you hear
It just
me?
adds. The
I can't hear you
next
because I'm
dimension.
sitting right next to you, but I understand what you're saying.
You didn't hear that because...
Here, you want to try them?
No, it's okay.
Sure.
It's okay. Cameron said your head was sweaty. I don't know.
Here, try these. No, try it real quick.
I'm just kidding.
try
I don't
it
want
real-
them.
just
It's
try it
fine.
Real quick.
Oh my gosh.
We're just messing around here.
It's not
We're just
gonna
getting the
reach.
feel
It's
of
not
the
gonna
pod.
reach.
Right now, we're getting the feel of the podcast.
Oh, that sounds like a real podcast.
Yeah. So you can like hear my voice through them, and yeah, it's
That's
cool.
why I was trying to get you headphones.
Why didn't you buy them for me?
You told me not to buy them. So last night I was ordering
You
headphones.
should. How we've been married
They're
for
only $30.
6.5 years. You should know that when a woman says no, when it comes to gifts,
It's not a gift though. It was for the podcast.
Anything.
You were telling me
Anything
like,
that's-
you don't need the headphones. Like I just feel like what'd you say? You said you feel like
I don't know, but anything that requires purchasing it if a woman says no, she most likely means yes.
That's so facts.
Yes.
True.
If I say I'm not hungry or I don't want a nice coffee, you buy it anyways.
So when you tell me you don't want to get it in,
No, I said purchasing.
But
I
you
said purchasing.
You told me.
Nope,
You just told me
I
if I say
prefaced
no, I
with
mean yes.
Purchasing.
So later tonight, after dinner, when I
Are you hinting towards something that is unspeakable? How?
Well, you're the one who said if you say
How?
no, it's yes.
I
So
never said
just
that.
figured
You may
out.
have heard that, but
I
that's
just-
not what I said.
I don't know. That's all I heard.
I'm sorry that you heard that.
All I heard was if I say no, it means yes. That's all I heard.
I'm sorry that you just don't know how to listen.
All the other things you said went right out the window.
Unfortunate. Honestly, crazy.
All right, so yeah, I wrote a couple notes here, guys.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not gonna say any of them.
How was your day?
It was pretty good. I worked pretty hard.
Yeah. Jesse, what about you?
Good. A lot of studying. I got finals on Tuesday, so
For what again?
for this electronic course that I'm taking.
Oh, to
So,
further your career.
for Lawrence Medical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can't stay stagnant. You're gonna just keep building up. Yeah,
true.
for sure.
True.
Larry passed the test.
Oh, good. I
Oh,
was
did he?
wondering about that. He was worried about
He
it.
called me before he even called my mom.
Your mom
Good for
texted me
him.
actually saying that she had to have her car towed earlier.
Oh really? Why?
Yeah. The starter went out or something.
Oh, he told me that he told my mom that if he passes, he's gonna call her and tell her we're gonna go get margaritas. So I'm sure she was happy about that.
She's probably like, F the starter, let's get some margs. I'll leave the cart right here.
So yeah, this podcast isn't really about anything. This is just our first podcast.
Just shooting the shit.
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit.
Testing our
we're testing
equipment.
our equipment. Like I said, the first podcast that we had, right when we were saying this, we'll throw a clip in here, but right when we were saying, yeah, this camera will work. What did you say? What was your exact words?
I don't know.
You said
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you said.
I thought the camera I had was gonna work, but it only films in like 15-minute periods or increments.
So right as
What kind
we
of camera is it?
I don't know, some Canon.
Oh, I know what he said.
EOS. Like
he's-
it's a nice camera. It's just not built for podcasts.
So
Interesting.
so right as we were like probably 25 minutes in, we were like talking about the hardware of the camera because we were like, oh, let's talk a little bit about like what we were using, like what equipment we were using, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, this is the Canon, like whatever the model was, and then Jesse's like, yeah, it's you know, it's a decent camera, it'll get the job done.
Didn't get the job
And
done.
then literally
No,
30
did not
seconds
get the
later,
job done.
it cut out literally. And then he's like, wait, what's happening? And he went all
Wait,
that-
30 seconds in?
It was like 30 seconds after it was probably like a minute after he said that he'll get the job done.
15 minutes into your podcast?
It was like 25 minutes, but he literally said it'll get the job done. And then
Is it for pictures? What is it for?
It was hysterical time.
we were watching it and it just goes black, like, well, because the audio's matched up. So we were like, yeah, it's gonna get the job done. And then like a minute later, it just goes black.
Yeah.
I think it was literally like right after.
Yeah.
Because I'm
It's
pretty
better,
sure.
for, it's
Irony.
better for Cameron's story if it happened right after.
Yeah, I'm pretty
so.
sure. I'm pretty sure that like he sent me the clip and it was like, it'll get the job done, and then blah blah blah.
Pretty basic entry level camera. I'm no expert in that department, but it gets the job done, and it's got some pretty high quality film, so it works.
Yeah, I think it was what, like under $500, probably, and that was like a couple years ago.
a couple years ago, $500. So yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't have timed it better, honestly.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be a good little clip to throw in. To
I
show.
think it's great.
I mean, we're learning here, so it's not like we know anything about what we're doing. You
No,
know,
and I don't even
so.
think you need a point. Most people just like to listen to other people's thoughts.
I'd have to say one thing though is
True.
that for $500 or less, I think we did pretty good.
I
so.
think you're great. I saw this other influencer and her husband just started a podcast, and they're just sitting on their couch.
Yeah, I don't do half
Yeah.
ass things.
I'm not saying it's half-assed. I'm just saying like that's their vibe. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're doing it half-ass. I just, when I do something, like I like to go above and beyond.
Right.
I like to like make it dope.
You
Like,
want to make a vibe, and that's
Yeah.
their vibe. Is like a couch vibe. I guess.
Who's that?
Shan Tripp. I mean, that's her handle, but I don't know. It's just like her and her husband, and it was honestly the clip I saw was stupid. Sorry.
Right on. What do they
was
talk
right.
about? Family stuff?
It was like marital stuff. Like
Gotcha.
they were supposed to be giving like marriage advice, and she was talking about cheese, and she made some really weird reference about like blue cheese, and he was laughing at her. I don't know. It was cringy. It was weird.
Right on.
So we are gonna have. We're kind of figuring out like our intro song, and just to let you all know, the voice that's gonna say it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna sound like this. It's gonna be sweet.
It should sound like that, and not what I recorded.
So we're actually right now. We're actually gonna do this in real time right now because we have Ariana in here. And I did it on our phone in bed.
We could do it real time right now.
Yeah, so because we were doing it in bed, and I was like, you got to do this real quick, and I pulled my phone out, and I have it. Actually, I have it right here.
I don't think that you should show that for anybody.
I think I should.
No.
I think I'm going to.
I think that is not what should happen right now.
Nothing's wrong with it. It's fine. Wait, how do
Oh my God, Cameron.
You better listen to your lady, Cam.
How do I do? Wait, where's my microphone? How do you do it?
It's gone.
Recording. That's what it is. Not microphone.
Are you trying to mortify me right now?
Well, you told me earlier if you say no, it means yes. So even if you say no right now, it means
Can we
This guy.
roll
This
back
guy.
the part where I emphasize the word purchase?
Okay, well, so we're gonna go take one here. This is what it sounds. So she's gonna actually say it
I'm not doing
nicely
that.
in the mic. Not the way she said it in this one, but we need a good. It's gonna be sweet. That's what we need. So she's gonna do
doing
that.
it.
But these are the ones. So I don't know why you won't do it because I'm showing them the ones that you
Because
don't
it's
like.
so cringy. It's so
not.
cringy all around.
No, it's not. So hold on.
It's a little cringe.
It's so cringy.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Cameron is so stupid.
Perfect. You played the right one.
Take two.
Oh, Cameron.
It's gonna be sweet.
I literally am just. I honestly might leave.
You're not.
I might leave.
Okay,
She's out.
There's other ones that are like a little less.
Cameron's so stupid.
Cameron.
You call me stupid right there.
I know, but just like stop.
Can you just give us like one, like it's gonna be sweet into the
No.
mic so we can have it? Like,
No.
Well, because if you don't, I'm using one of these.
Why does it need to be a whisper? Why can't I just say it's gonna be sweet?
No, because it's not. Because it sounds cooler.
Whispering never sounds good though.
It does. Just
Ask
just
Ying
try
Yang
it.
twins about that song.
Just try it.
No.
Try it for me, please.
No.
You just whispered into the
There you go.
mic.
Never.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put those. I'm putting the one that you did on this phone. Then, if you don't give us something, so you might
I
want
feel
to.
like you're asking for a divorce.
No, I'm not. You're a Greek Orthodox lady. That's,
You're actually not
this
supposed to
is
say the D word
this
ever.
is a sacred marriage here. There's no divorcing possible when you're religious. So, yes, we believe in God. Yes, if you're wondering.
I don't know what you're getting at right now.
So that's not possible. If you believe.
So you're saying that you can just do anything that's incredibly embarrassing for me.
If you believe in the Lord,
I do believe in the
there is
Lord,
no such thing
but
as
I also
divorce.
believe that when your wife tells you not to embarrass her, you should listen.
Well, this is the cool part,
True.
like, because this isn't live, so we're probably not going to cut it out. But we
no.
could cut it out. That's the beauty of having it recorded. Is
And
that
then 2 weeks later, Cameron will wonder why he hasn't had sex in 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
That's not going to happen.
He's gonna sit there. And
You
he's
heard
gonna
her,
wonder,
boys. She said
"What
if
on
she
earth
says
did
no,
I
it
do?"
means yes. So her saying,
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna have
God! I
sex
wish
now.
if
I
anybody
am
had
gonna
a
have
time
lot of
machine,
sex.
I would love to go back in time and just unsay that.
Well, that's cool because you can rewind this and re-listen to her.
And you could hear that I said the word purchase.
Yeah, we'll hear exactly what
All
she
I heard
said.
was if I say no, it means yes. It's all.
If I say I don't want a coffee, I never said anything about the other stuff.
It doesn't matter. It insinuates the same thing.
It doesn't. That's stupid.
In my mind, it works out.
Oh
So
my goodness.
we'll see later. We'll see.
About what?
I'm taking you to dinner, so right? I mean,
Where are you taking me?
I don't know, McCooney.
You would.
The typical.
Yeah.
We go to like 5 places.
This was
and
not an
that's it.
advertisement. We are not going to McCooney. Nor are we going to Sky Sushi. No,
I like those garlic edamame though.
they are pretty good. Yeah.
Those are fire.
So yeah, I can't get past the segment until you do.
Oh my God. Are
All
you
you have to
kidding
do
me?
is one time into the mic.
How do I do it that doesn't like make myself just uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I hate whispering like in general. Like ever since I was a kid, I hated the telephone game because you had to whisper in each other's ears, and I went, I hate it.
Well, I'm putting that in there. I'm putting that in there. You just messed up because that last one that you just did is going in there.
I didn't even. That sounds like a dying dog.
She's like, that doesn't sound good, actually. I remember I tried to send them, it's going to be Sweet Whisper, and Dylan's like, anything but your
Yeah,
whisper,
anything but
please."
that.
It's going to be sweet.
I like how your voice, when you mimic women, has a lisp.
It's going to be sweet.
I noticed that too. So funny.
Yes.
What is that?
You have to do the lisp
Why?
because it's cute.
So all the women you know lisp.
Because it's cute.
So you're saying that if you met me and I had a lisp, you would think that's cute.
I would be more likely to bang you if you had a lisp.
Yeah, he likes the Sammy Sprinkles.
True story. I used to have a lisp. When
you?
I had braces, yes, it would come out every now and then.
What would happen?
I would lisp.
And what would happen?
I mean,
The
didn't we
lisp.
all kind of lisp a little with braces in our mouths?
I think so.
Yeah.
I freaking hate braces, literally. I still have cuts in my mouth. Like
You should look into
like
that.
flaps
because that-
from the braces cutting my gums.
I have permanent metal in my mouth.
Same. I have a permanent
No,
one
I'm
too.
talking about flaps in my like. There's like.
I wish they put one on the top though,
I
because my
know.
top teeth shifted,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish that I had a permanent one up there to hold those in place. Because let's be real, I never wear that retainer again.
I think they look fine.
Yeah, right.
I
They
lost
don't look fine. This
any
tooth
of
is going
us
back
wore
I
up.
lost my
Retainer.
retainer a couple times.
I lost it once,
Yeah,
and
your parents only pay for it once, right?
yeah, they're like, "Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, and
and
then
I
I
was
lost
like,
it
"It's
the
fine.
second
I won't
time.
ever wear it again."
And my mom's
Yeah.
like, "I'm not paying for that. It's a ripoff."
Problem solved. I'll never wear it again.
That's what
There
happens.
you go.
So yeah, we didn't really tell anybody like what we're doing this podcast. So I think
Did you really tell anybody you were doing a podcast
I
aside from
did.
family?
I've been posting it a little bit online.
I feel like you didn't tease it enough.
I will tease it. We have
I
plenty-
feel like that's not true at all. I feel like you've been talking to hella people about the podcast.
I've been telling people like in person and stuff about
But
it.
you made like an announcement though.
I mean, I've been posting things on my story, like pictures of the podcast studio.
I feel like your social
if
media
you
presence
are
is
watching
lacking.
this and you have been seeing the stories and you don't know what that means,
What means?
like when I post
Oh,
a
yeah.
studio and me building a podcast and the sign that says it's gonna be sweet.
Maybe they think you're in the podcast business now for other people.
Maybe I'm just doing this. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm just building something else for no reason. Maybe I'm just in here putting foam pads on the wall. Maybe I'm building a porn studio.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's exactly what it
could have
is.
been. I mean, I have exam tables.
Undercover
It could be a
porn
little
studio.
doctor's office. It could be. I mean, we could build this place into anything people want. I mean, if they
To
rent
segue
anybody-
into that,
OnlyFans. If you guys want to rent out this space, it will be $1,000 an hour.
Aaron, my cousin, sent me this reel today. She was making fun of the person, obviously. Well, not making fun of them, but just kind of being like, what on earth? This girl was talking about how she watches ethical porn.
What does that even mean?
Oh, well, I'll explain it to you. Ethical porn is porn for everybody.
Ethical porn.
Yeah, it is consensual, which I didn't know that porn wasn't consensual.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you're agreeing to have sex for money,
Well, there's a lot of.
It sounds
sites-
consensual
Well,
to
there's
me.
a lot of sites out there that you think is consensual, and
That's true.
anybody
I
can
have
just
heard
post
that.
on them. So it's like there's people that are like sex traffickers on these
yes,
sites.
I know that. But ethical porn is here she's gonna explain it. Bodies of all shapes and sizes are showcased. All sexualities, gender identities are celebrated, which creates a safe space to explore your own sexuality.
So I can watch feminist porn.
You might be able to watch like
I hate to say it, I don't think fucking most men out there give a fuck about ethical porn. Right?
no, and why would
Like,
you? No,
That's crazy.
it just seems stupid.
That's crazy.
I think most people like.
It makes her feel safe to watch.
I mean, I'm happy for the women partaking in the ethical
Well,
porn, but
look up the.
I don't know.
Well, I went to the Instagram site, the Instagram page for that website, and I don't know. I
No,
don't
what
like.
I'm saying.
It's crazy because I was thinking about it actually. I was like, they allow this where there was a guy having a tutorial on like penis to anus sex, and I'm like, dang, like Cameron's censored for CBD, and there's a tutorial on how to have butt sex.
crazy.
Oh, this is a perfect time for an ad.
Crazy.
So if you see these products right here, these are Sweet Aroma CBD products. I am the owner of Sweet Aroma CBD. If you don't watch this podcast, this is the first podcast, and nobody really knows who I am besides the people that follow my Instagram.
Yeah, you got to reach more people.
So yeah, this is Sweet Aroma CBD. It's a fresh made product. 0% THC in all the gummies, the rubs, the tinctures that you see. Check out the websites, www.sweetaromacbd.com.
It's good stuff.
Thank you, Jesse.
And for animals too, a lot of our customers like to give it to their pets and cats, and it really helps with anxiety, joint pain. I had a pup pass away about 6 months ago, and for the last few months of his life, I was giving him the pet CBD, and I really did see some benefit. I could just see that it was taking the edge off for the guy.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, and the cool part is that it's actually real CBD. So a lot of the stuff that you see on Amazon is hemp seed oil, so that's not real CBD. So a lot of people like come up to the booth or they're asking me questions. Oh, I tried CBD, it didn't really work for my dog, and I ask them, which CBD did you buy? And they say, off Amazon.
Yeah.
And I say, well, that's not real CBD. So if you want real 0% THC CBD, it's made with CBD isolate. It's all lab tested and verified. And it's real CBD. It will actually help their anxiety. It'll help their sleep. And it will do the same thing for humans as well. So check it out. Yeah. Back to the virtual, or back to the, what kind of porn was it?
Ethical porn.
Ethical porn. I don't know.
All shapes and sizes.
You know what? One thing I really have been wanting to try is soaking. I keep talking about it, and like I keep hearing this on TikTok and all these places.
But you're
like,
not Mormon, bro. So why?
But why
you
not
don't
try
have
it out?
to do that
But why not try it out?
because it
Because
doesn't
it's like
sound fun.
because this is the whole thing. Like, so Mormons, they soak, right? Because they think, oh, we're not moving back and forth, right? So then I hear that they have people like their friends or someone
And this is happening in college dorm
get
rooms,
under
by
the
way.
bed and shake the bed, so you're not actually the one moving it back and forth, but
What is the actual point of this conversation?
so because you're talking about porn, so what I'm saying, my point on this whole conversation, this is my point. So we're so used to the thrust, going back and forth.
Oh my God.
Okay,
let's
well,
cut
I'm not
this.
used.
End this
No, I'm not
conversation
used to
right
soaking.
here.
I'm not used to
Why
soaking.
would you ever need to be?
Because maybe it might feel really good because you're not used to it.
It would feel like nothing.
No, you just sit there and just stare in each other's eyes and just hope for the best.
Oh my god.
You should. I don't think that any of this should make it into your podcast.
No, we're definitely talking about it.
No, there's no point to this at all.
There is a point. People like sex. Sex sells.
Oh God.
It does.
But there will be things we do regularly talk about, like, we're big motocross guys, right? So I think we'd like to keep up with the pro motocross season that's about to start this
Supercross.
summer. Yep, the end of the Supercross season.
All the bad injuries for Supercross this year. Tomac's out.
Devastating.
Webb's out.
Crazy.
Plessinger's out.
Dang.
Barsha's out.
For the whole season.
Yeah. There's only one race left.
I don't know.
so
Well, the rest of the season's in. Yeah,
the
so-
Supercross season.
Right.
But I don't think I've ever seen like any of this happen so freaking long.
That's wild.
I mean, like that many top guys. I bet you all the privateers though are just like loving it right
Oh,
now.
of course.
I mean, like they're not saying it, but they're like. I mean, think about how many dudes qualified for
Right.
that race that barely
Seeing
ever
the Hill
qualified.
brothers
Yeah.
in the top 10
But
together.
barely
that
ever.
was pretty
Like
cool.
they were even before that. Like they were pretty much getting top tens, like pretty close.
Yeah.
Or they did get a couple top tens. But I'm saying, like, think about how many like people that didn't qualify that maybe made it in their first time because of
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Well, yeah, it gives them more opportunity because everyone's like extremely fast.
yeah. Well, they have factory.
Yeah, the
bikes.
top 6 fastest guys are out,
Yeah.
I was so devastated to see Tomac holding his knee like that. I was like, I don't know. I know the dude doesn't have much time left racing, so I just want to
His
see
days
him
are numbered.
get as many championships as he can. And
I
man,
just don't get how
brutal.
I mean, like, think about how many jumps that he's cased. Like, how
I
many,
know.
I've cased.
It was his
I mean,
Achilles,
like,
though,
I've
right?
Cased jumps like really
meniscus.
Meniscus.
Yep.
hard. I thought it was the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
we
was
watched a
it?
video and he said it was his
Okay.
Achilles.
No, it was the Achilles tendon, and
It's your ankle.
He said he got it like back, and he got it fixed, but obviously he can't ride until it
No,
heals.
yeah.
But he might not even be able to race again.
Ever?
I mean,
No, he said he got
Maybe.
surgery and he's recovering. And
he's
he can't
recovering,
wait to get
but
back
I'm saying
on the
it's a
bike.
really bad injury. I mean, that's like a fatal injury, like for the
Yeah.
sport. Like, I mean,
It's like a 12-week period of recovery of just sitting in a chair. So it's pretty brutal.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you said, it's a serious injury and could die.
Yep, he ruptured his Achilles tendon.
It's wild.
Scary stuff.
Well, because when we were watching it too, it almost was like you didn't even see what happened until
No.
you see him pull off, and he's
I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, keep going.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. Not just like my tendon, but I've had it. I saw how he had his butt on the seat and how his leg was like hanging.
It like it went
He was
down.
hanging his leg, and I remember like a long time ago when I was younger, like I smashed my knee on the side of my when I was like 85s. Like I cased this double and like smashed my knee on the side of my pipe. My knee hit my pipe so hard that it dented my pipe.
Wow.
But my knee, I hurt my ligament in my knee, but it hurt so bad, like how hard it hit the
Yeah.
pipe, that I literally like I didn't even fall. I cased it and I pulled off the track. I literally had enough time to just pull off the track, and I just fell off the bike. I just fell over because it hurt. Like it was that much throbbing pain.
That's crazy.
It was so I can't even imagine like what kind of pain he was going through.
And aren't like your boots supposed to protect like your ankles and everything like that?
Yeah, not looking good for Alpine stuff.
The physical pain.
Not looking good for Alpine stuff.
Yeah, the
on that
physical
one.
pain, the dude can handle it. I know he can, but losing that championship like that,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
And actually,
that hurts.
Speaking of pain, I mean, it's a good kind of point to talk about. Like that's one thing that we definitely are gonna touch on this podcast is addiction. I know obviously Eli Tomac's probably not that type to go, into pharmaceuticals because of his injury, but there's a lot of motocross racers out there. I mean, including me back in the day, that broke their bones and resorted to opiates, resorted to pharmaceuticals. So I'm 4 years sober off opiates, and proud of myself. So I definitely would like to talk about that. I never really talked about it before because I see a lot of people that quit opiates and they just run to the internet and talk about how they're clean and all this stuff, and then 3 weeks later they disappear again and they're back on drugs. So now I'm ready to talk about it a little bit. I hope hopefully I can help people by speaking out about it.
Sharing your story can always help
Jesse
other people.
has some
for sure.
experience in addiction as well, so I think from both of our backgrounds that would be a good point to talk about. Some good information. I mean, I'm sure we can answer even some questions for people if you guys comment in, stuff like that. So it's definitely one of the things that we want to talk about. It touches home. So
Yeah, it's more common than you think, and there's a lot of people suffering in quiet without telling anyone.
I feel like not just pharmaceuticals too, but like other forms of addiction.
Oh,
people
everything.
you would never expect. I mean, we have friends who, when you open up and you talk about it, you're just like, oh my gosh, like you were going through this too.
You had no idea.
As the wife of somebody who went through that, and it's like you're on the sidelines, but you're also in the game as well. You're like going back and forth because you're trying to have this like outside life where you keep everything normal and everybody is like the same and nobody knows, because obviously you don't want to humiliate your spouse if they're not ready to talk about it, if they're not open, if no one knows the struggle.
Yeah.
But then you're also like, you go home and you're like in it all the way. I feel like I haven't fully processed it, and it's been all this time.
got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it not only affects the person that's going through it, but their entire family.
Yeah, it depends
So,
on like I said, the level of like openness there is. Like with Cameron, like it was something that I didn't know about and nobody else knew about except for
Some of my
obviously like
friends
your
that
friends.
I
But
obviously do pills with and stuff. But,
right.
But yeah, it was. I was a functioning addict, so Jesse was a little different. So we're both a little.
You can say that.
We're both a little different in what type of addicts we were, but I was pretty good at hiding it. So not everybody's good at hiding it. I was like, I was going to work and doing everything I was supposed to do, but I wasn't supposed to be doing that one thing. So it definitely hits home, and I definitely do want to talk about.
Yeah, I think we
stuff
should
like
like
that.
dedicate a whole
We'll
podcast
dedicate a
in
whole
the future
podcast
to it,
to
tell some stories.
Tell some stories on that, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of stories I can tell. I mean, I had a long lifespan of doing stuff like that. So,
Yeah, you guys were gonna
not
want to
proud
hear
of
these
it,
stories.
Not proud of it
for
but,
sure.
Yeah, we got plenty of good stories. Drug deals gone bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Guns being pulled on people.
A real life movie.
People getting robbed.
Straight up, you probably could write a movie.
Waiting in parking.
They probably have. There probably is one.
Waiting in parking lots,
Yeah.
for hours on end trying to get your fix. I mean, I'm sure everybody that's listening might have been through something like this. So I think it'd be a good thing not to glorify it at all. You know, it's obviously we don't want anybody doing pharmaceuticals. We don't want anybody doing drugs. So I'm happy to be.
Well, that's why you turned to CBD.
Yeah, that's why I turned to CBD. That's one of the reasons why I started the Sweet Aroma CBD brand, actually, is to help people in the action sports community. Not just action sports, but I mean, I'm big into motocross and action sports. So I figured, you know, why not bring something to the track and to the track that, you know, helps pain, inflammation, anxiety. It doesn't get you high. It just helps you relieve your pain without getting high. So a lot of people, they resort to opiates, they resort to all these drugs to help them. But the problem is that you get addicted to these things and you can't get off of them. And some people don't even know it's addictive because the doctors don't really tell you as much as they should. Not every doctor, but there's a lot of doctors out there that prescribe you things and they don't tell you how addicting this is. I mean, it only takes about 5 days, maybe less, to get addicted to an opiate or a benzo, which is a Xanax or anything like that. So I feel like there's a lot of information that doctors don't explain to people, and they don't truly really even know, you know, what they're doing with prescribing, especially like getting off of opiates and Suboxone and methadone and all these things they're prescribing people. I feel like they don't understand how strong these drugs are and how high of a dose they give these people. So there's a lot of information out there that I have in my head that I think that I could help people. So I'm sure Jesse has some insight on it as well. So,
well, like you said, a whole episode I think would be beneficial.
We'll do a whole episode. So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on this video. We appreciate everybody watching this video. We'll go into a little lighter subject now, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So that's one of the big things I do want to reach out and have episodes about. Like I said, I'll make a whole episode dedicated to this, and I got plenty of stories that could take us all the way until I'm old man. So
that's true.
Plenty of years of experience. So, but yeah, so my wife is here today to speak about her favorite show.
I don't want to say it's my favorite show, actually. I just feel like the drama has been so good. And maybe it's manufactured. I would hope that it's not, because it feels very real. It's been so intense this season on Vanderpump.
Oh my God. Vanderpump Rules.
VPR. That it's
ladies,
hard not to be
any
obsessed.
Ladies that are watching this know exactly
well,
what we're
there are
talking
people, believe it or not, I actually just saw something. This is like the one scandal in like reality history that is uniting millions of people. Like celebrities who have never watched the show before are talking about it. Everyone's team Ariana, obviously. But people are talking about it because it's so crazy. And I actually saw one kind of like people were saying, imagine if, like, for someone who's never heard of Vanderpump and doesn't know who these people are, imagine if Chandler cheated on Monica with Rachel the entire time for like 7 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Now you're getting it, right? It's insanity,
Okay,
isn't
do you have
it?
a question to ask Jesse?
Oh.
What? Shoot.
Have you ever cheated on anybody?
Yes.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been cheated on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're even.
So you're even. But what came
It was
first?
I mean, she cheated on me. That's
So this is the same relationship?
no.
Okay,
no.
so different people.
Yeah, but
You got cheated on first, and then you liked how it felt, so you cheated on somebody else?
pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I hated how it felt, and it got bad between me and this girl, and I went out and did the same thing because I thought it would make me feel better, but it did the exact opposite, of course. You know?
Oh, so wait, this is the same girl that cheated on you, you cheated on her?
No, it was a different girl, and she
Okay.
had nothing to do with it, but I thought it would make me feel better, but of course.
In
it
your
didn't.
life, or like in the relationship?
In the relationship, just because me and her were arguing all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was super toxic 24/7. So we shouldn't have even been together anyways, but I just went out and she found out, and it was not good.
Yeah.
And I moved back up here.
Oh,
Get out of
okay.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna check the camera real quick. And begin. And we're back from a bathroom break. Everybody here
Little
had to go to
potty
the
break.
bathroom. A little potty break. Cute.
That's mommy talk.
We have to go potty. Guys, that's my new thing when we go to the bathroom. I have to go potty. That's my new thing.
No, it's potums. You go potums. Come on.
Who told you that?
That's just my weird ass mom. Yeah.
Bottoms.
Come on. Come on,
That's
Roxy.
hilarious.
He said
Bottoms.
he says, come on, Jesse, let's go pottoms.
That's hilarious.
So we left off talking about Jesse cheating on every girl he's ever been with.
Yeah, I'm a real bad guy.
Did you learn
No,
from that?
I'm cutting that out.
Wait, you're cutting that out? Oh, I thought you meant okay.
Because
No.
Cutting what out?
He doesn't want people to know that he's a cheater.
No, I just don't. Bro, she's so crazy. I know she'll already be watching this.
Oh,
so.
dang, really? She stalks you?
Yeah, she calls him all the time.
Are you serious?
Her name's Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you guys still talk?
Not really. No, we used to. I mean,
You still bang?
No.
I mean,
Yes.
well, we'll cut this out, but yeah.
What do you
she's
mean?
she's
We're not cutting
engaged-
anything out, people. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay. She's engaged. She was engaged to her fiance and still driving 6 hours to come me up here. She lives in the beach. That was like last.
What does this girl
She
look
actually,
like? Who is she?
The real reason that she broke up with him is because he was watching ethical porn.
Yeah, that's why. It was some BBW.
It's probably training porn.
You like my laugh?
It's a good one, bro.
What? The training porn?
Your snicker at my laugh was even funny. Okay, so before we begin with the Vanderpump Rules again.
No, I like Jesse's life
No,
story a little bit
no.
more. It's a little bit more juicy.
Actually,
I'm just curious to know, who is this girl? What does she look like? What does she do?
So-
What is so good?
I met her in the most toxic environment.
Of
Like
course.
the number one rule about rehab is do not get a girlfriend, especially at the fucking treatment center.
It's
you're
like
at,
meeting
you know?
somebody in the therapist's office.
that's a
Like,
good,
Exactly.
That's a good point that Jesse just.
We're both broken human beings. There's no way that you guys are gonna work, in a
Right,
million
unless
years.
you live
But
in a-
We convinced ourselves we would, and it was
Yeah.
just like crazy and toxic. But yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jesse just spilled the beans on the rehab thing. So
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret.
no. So what I wanted to say was it'll be a whole new podcast, but
whole separate podcast
That's
from
another.
this?
That's another topic of how to quit. You know, everybody quits differently. So
Well,
on
I
the
don't know if
drugs,
you should give
so-
a how-to, but I think that it's important to talk about like the way you did it and like why
Yeah,
you did it
yeah.
that way.
Not like telling you how to do it, but like or guiding you, but like letting you know.
Yeah,
how
never
we
give a
did it.
how-to
Yeah, like
on
how-
anything,
how
honestly.
we
I mean, all
did
you
it.
can do is tell your story and how
Right.
it worked
That's
for
what
you.
I mean.
You know?
I meant like
So-
I did it cold turkey.
Sorry.
Jesse did it rehab. So there's two different ways right there to do it. So I feel like we can both have our own like opinions on it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
which is even better for
Yeah.
the conversation.
We,
you know,
I mean, we don't want to agree. Like if we both did the same way, then it'd be kind of boring because we're just saying the
Right.
same thing.
And no
Yeah.
one's going to think that your way is better than someone else's way because I feel like whatever way that you decide to do it is important for your story and your journey and like how you got to where you are.
exactly.
It's my way or the highway.
Well, no, I think we were just talking about this last night that like the choices that you make in an instant affect the next choice and the next choice and the next choice. And like that's why you're sitting where you are right now because of some choice that you made 5 years ago, 2 minutes ago.
That's so true.
And for anybody
That's
here
so
that
true. This is all come from a DM.
yeah, and for anybody here that's I don't know what's I need to like adjust this better. I'm like not comfortable. But for anybody that's doubting themselves, or I can't quit or it's too hard. Well, just to let you know, I was pretty bad. I quit cold turkey, paid off all my debts, bought a house, changed my whole life around within a year. So if I can do that within a year, I feel like anybody can do it.
I think
So-
it's to remember you can do hard things. I love that saying. I tell Debbie that all the time. You can do hard things. I tell myself that all the time because there are things that feel hard in the moment.
Because
And
it's not easy by
no,
any means.
I witnessed it.
Yeah. It's
Literally,
not easy.
you don't know what to do with yourself watching someone go through that. You can do hard things, and you did
Yes,
it.
This is for you, Sandoval.
God, he doesn't need anything else
Quit,
hard.
quit, Sandoval. Like from a ex person that has done opiates and stuff like that. I'm looking at you, and it's not
He's-
like it's
he
not.
Is
Like,
he on the
he's-
show?
He's on the show, so he's
Is he strung
the.
out?
if you took
looks
that
like
makeup
it.
off. You took that makeup off. The whole
Yeah.
world would know.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. He looks thin.
His cheeks are just like sinking in a little bit.
Oh, so it's not confirmed, but
No, but
you-
I can
No,
see it. I'm looking
but
at-
yeah.
I don't know 100%, but I look at him and I'm.
Well,
when I look at
actually,
somebody-
I'm not sure if it's not confirmed because 2 episodes ago, he went to like a fertility place because Ariana, his girlfriend, froze her eggs a while ago. But she said, you know, they last longer and there's better chance of using them down the road if you freeze them as embryos. And you know, they've been together for 10 years. So she said, I want you to fertilize my embryos. So he went and had like his whole sperm tested and everything. And the doctor told him to stay off drugs. So, I mean, I don't know. They never said what kind of drugs, but
Yeah.
drugs are drugs, right?
Yeah, yeah. If even like surgeries like nose jobs and stuff like that, like you can't even have like nicotine in your blood. So
Right.
any
Blood thinner.
pharmaceutical drug, you
Well, it's
know,
blood
you have
thinner,
to.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't nicotine in your blood?
I have no idea.
No,
anything about
I
nicotine.
don't know if it does that, but it's definitely a stimulant for sure.
Yeah. You gonna Google it?
Does nicotine thin your blood?
Well, I think Jesse's right. It's a
The
stimulant.
stimulant effects of nicotine can cause the blood vessels in your body to narrow. That's all it says. So, if you want more info, go
so you
Google
have a
it.
higher chance of clotting, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
Well,
and stuff. We're learning today.
yeah.
We're learning. The camera actually, so we took a little break a second ago. The camera was still going.
It adds 10 pounds. to
So,
your arms.
no, it does not. The iPhone, now that you just said that, everybody's going to be looking now. Flex. But yeah, so like I said before, we had a little error on our last video we tried. So, iPhone, thank you. Apple, we love you.
I feel like the
'Cause
iPhone is
does
my
everything.
lifeline.
It does everything, honestly.
It does everything.
It's like duct tape in WD-40. It
I
works for
try to
everything.
imagine a life before iPhones, and we've lived it. I mean, we're ancient. We've lived it. Do you remember?
Ish. We lived ish.
Well, I mean, I didn't get my first iPhone, I think, until I was like 17, maybe
Oh,
18.
shoot.
Because I was a junior,
Which iPhone was that? Do you remember?
maybe 3.
Yeah, the
Because I remember
round one.
Yeah, well, my friend, and when we were sophomores, she had the first iPhone. And man, I thought that was the coolest thing in the
Yeah.
whole world. The envy.
She was the it girl with the iPhone.
Well, her stepdad was loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she had it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the whole world. Begged my parents for it.
Sidekick. Like the sidekick.
I wanted a sidekick too, but I think I told you this. I tried to get my parents to switch to T-Mobile so I could get a sidekick.
Oh
I
my
remember
goodness.
dragging them
Oh,
to
I
the store
remember
and
that.
trying to get them to get T-Mobile because
mean-
they're the only ones who had the sidekick. They did give me one that was similar on Verizon. It was right.
You mean T maybe? Maybe it works. Maybe
There
it
is.
don't.
There it is.
You got
That was my
down.
cell phone joke when I used to sell cell phones back in the day.
Yeah.
If you don't know Cameron, he's told everybody about his life journey selling cell phones for all the carriers.
It taught me a lot. So it taught me how to be
Every
a salesman.
Verizon store we pass on the road.
Before I ever
Hey, I went to
Yeah.
I used to work
yeah,
there.
well, before I ever got my business degree, like I learned a lot of stuff in Verizon.
You're a salesman.
corporate
And you were
training.
probably born
But
selling
I'm
people
saying
things.
I already did sell things, but like weed. Shh, it's actually a statute of limitation. So
Well, no, you're like a natural born salesman. I feel like
Yeah, they're up.
You just like some people have it,
I'm a
and then
Leo.
some people don't.
I'm a Leo. So most Leos are salesmen. I mean, a lot of Leos are salesmen.
house, my second son, my house of rising Sagittarius.
Yeah, I didn't know about any of that stuff till like I went to rehab, and they're like they
The zodiac stuff.
they really believe in that stuff. Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Like I don't. It works for a lot of people getting
Like,
sober. Like
Getting like in tune
spiritual.
with your astrological.
Yeah, we'd wake up and
life.
do like yoga and tai chi in the morning,
I'm
and
very
go
into
do
yoga.
on the beach.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
like
It was
meditating.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a cool experience. I mean, it's. I kind of went a little different route in sobriety. Kind of
Yeah.
just like white knuckling it for a while,
Right.
but yeah, it was cool.
So they believe that the reason why you do those things is because you're a Leo. Is that what you're saying?
No.
I think I hear.
I hope not.
I think I hear a Harley pulling up.
Oh, the thinger.
Thinger's here.
He needs to go home to his baby.
How dare you?
I'll say it through and through. I'll tell the world. His
Yeah,
girlfriend
you
just had
tell
a baby.
that man.
Izzy will agree with you.
I will tell him right
Is
now.
it girlfriend
he
or
comes,
fiance?
I don't, there's
would be
girlfriend,
news to me if
boyfriend
it was.
Oh.
But if when he walks through that door, I'm gonna tell him turn his get back on that bike and go home to your baby.
Zach, don't come in here.
Because I
You're gonna get in
remember
big
what
trouble.
it's like.
If you ruin my blunt
I've had
sesh-
2 babies. I've had 2 babies. I know what it's like to sit there with a newborn, wanting your partner to change a freaking diaper.
Do you know what it's like to slave away all day and work all day and then want to smoke?
Don't even start with me. You talk about having a podcast about
What's up?
Carmichael Police, open up.
Yeah, right.
go home to your baby.
Come on in, dog. Damn, looking good, bro.
What's up, dog? Say hi to the
Looking
camera.
legit.
Say hi to the camera.
Don't got any sweet aroma on, but I am a sweet aroma rider.
Yep.
He's the first ever Sweet Aroma CBD rider.
Really?
With the graphics, too.
Yeah, with the graphics. He's the first one that ever had the graphics.
Wow.
So if you go on our YouTube channel and go to the shorts and you see a nice look back whip, you know it's the thinger. The thinger.
The guy on the green bike.
But yeah, he's come to roll some CBD up for me. He's a hardworking man. Don't worry. He was never here, is he? He was never.
I'm gonna call her right now.
She's gonna call him. She's gonna call him right now. Or her. Sorry.
News.
Sorry,
News.
Izzy.
Breaking news.
That was a slip up. You didn't even talk about that much about Vanderpump Rules that much. Though.
Wait, I
You're
can't
sitting
get a
here,
word in.
She's talking. She's
you're
sitting here. We're
digressing
all we're gonna talk
constantly.
about is Vanderpump Rules. And
Well, I would love to.
she.
Thank you.
Nice.
Zach, take a
Why
seat.
not?
You know what? I changed my tune. Take a seat.
We've been hearing about it a lot today.
Oh, I can have my own podcast about it. I'll call it Ariana Talks About Vanderpump all day.
I just want Sandoval to see me.
He's not gonna listen to this.
See me say, get off the drugs, please. I did it. You can do it too.
What'd you think about last night's episode, Zach?
I didn't get to watch it.
Oh my god.
What? I watched it.
You left in the best part where freaking Rachel.
Episode 11.
I don't remember. It's
His-
last night's episode.
The best parts that she says I leave through are the parts that make me have a headache, so I go smoke.
Rachel / Raquel goes up to Ariana. She's standing at the bar at Sir after there's something about her party. The girls are opening the sandwich shop, and they're having a party afterwards at Sir. And Ariana's standing at the bar ordering a drink, and she's just like talking normal. She's like, yeah, like back when I worked here, they'd always put me in this bar, and they're just like having a normal conversation. And all of a sudden, Raquel, so how are you and Tom? Like, and you would think that like, okay, like aside from knowing that she's cheating with her boyfriend, you would think, okay, it's normal for friends to ask friends, how's it going with your boyfriend or whatever. But it was just so hard to watch because literally you know all of this, and she's supposed to be her best friend, and she's just taking her temperature. She's just like,
She was just a little stab.
yeah, she's like, so how are you and Tom? Like, and I remember like when me and James were like not doing well, and like we weren't having sex, and she's like, sex is so important. She's like saying all these things to her about like their relationship, and she's like, no, like, we'll talk it out. And then she's like, are you still attracted to him? And she was like, I think he's so sexy, which honestly, Ariana, girl.
Sandoval. I'm not.
Tom Sandoval.
Why?
Tom
but-
Sandoval is not my ideal sexy with the, I mean, I don't know. There's just so many things about him that I don't find attractive, but she does, and she's willing to stick through him. Well, she was until all of that.
I'm sure
but
there's a lot of people that look
They've
at
had-
you
they've had-
and look at
he's-
me and they're like, why is this girl with this guy?
Maybe they think the opposite.
I think that I feel like everybody's different. So I feel like when somebody, I always tell people when like somebody says, oh, that dude's a D-bag or something, or like some random dude and you don't even know this guy.
Does he do that to you?
Oh, he's a
No.
musician?
I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
no,
I'm saying,
he's a bartender / restaurateur / musician.
I'm just saying in general, like when somebody
whatever
talks shit
he
about
thinks he's
somebody,
good at.
they're probably thinking the same thing about you. So that's, you know what I mean? So that's why I try to think like, even though, you know, I do, sometimes I see people and I hate, but it's like, I do
You're a
have,
natural
I
born
do,
hater, too.
Yeah, I do have that in the back of my mind. Like, I'm sure they think I'm a fag too.
You love to
or
hate on
whatever.
anything.
So I don't hate on anything.
You hate on everything.
No.
I think you do it just out of, I don't know.
Jealousy?
It could be, hopefully, if you really want to get deep into it. Maybe jealousy, or maybe it's just like because you have a hard time, like, kind of being vulnerable. So when you like see something, instead of being like, "Oh wow, I like that," you're like, "I gotta hate on it,"
I'm
because
like
then
Tony I'm like
then
Tony
I would like
Soprano.
show any type of emotion.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, I try to get out,
There's some truth in there.
and they pull me back in. You know,
I hate that show so much.
I don't know why you hate the show. It's such a good show.
Okay, I've told
It's
you
a
how I
good show
feel.
for us.
Yeah.
Well, I tried watching it. I said didn't not try. I tried. It's hard to explain because maybe someone will get this, maybe someone won't get this. Like colors of shows, like the over like
Yeah, it's like they have like a beige filter
Yes.
over the whole show.
Yes,
I know what
Jesse
you're
gets
talking
it.
about.
When something has a weird color, I my brain can't handle. Like I can't
It's
do it.
older style. It's like
Yeah.
it's an old school
There's another
show.
show that I can't do simply because of the color on it. And
You don't like 80s movies. That's the
Oh
problem.
God, no. But Sopranos is from like the 90s. It's not the
No, but it has
80s.
like that 80s vibe, like that 80s look vibe.
Yeah, I don't like the 80s.
Because they're all old dudes, like still stuck in the 80s. you
I
know?
love mafia themed things. I used to watch that show Mob Wives, which is based off people who are
There's
really
no-
in the mafia.
There's nothing like The Sopranos when they're talking shit or somebody's saying something they're not supposed to, and he goes, "I just broke his legs," and you're like, "Perfect,"
I just feel like there's so many
because that's the
other,
way the
like,
world should be.
There's so many other like
Talk shit, you find out. You fuck around, you find out.
Yeah, you
goodness.
break their legs, right?
I don't know.
They don't let you fuck around because everybody in that town or New Jersey, they know they're gonna find out.
Yeah.
So nobody.
I mean, I just feel like I've seen better shows about the mafia and mob and gangsters and
brings
stuff.
you back, you know, because nowadays everybody just talks shit on the internet. They're just, I'll beat you up, I'll whoop you up on the internet, and then,
You got to
but
watch
they
The
don't-
Departed. That's the movie. you
I've
need to
heard
watch.
about
Yeah, I've
that.
seen that.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It shits on The Sopranos, but it's also a movie compared to a
What
show.
did you just say?
It shits
No,
on
it
The
doesn't.
Sopranos. Dude, you'll love it. If you like the gang.
Do you want me to tell Tony what you just said?
God.
This guy.
Does the world know about Cameron? And when he watches a show, he becomes that show. We watched Suits for, I don't know, all of the seasons, binged it. Cameron wanted to become a lawyer. What else?
A good show will do that to you.
What's
though,
our
right?
show?
A good show
I'm
will do that to you.
blanking on the name of our show that we like with freaking Tommy. What's
Tommy?
Tommy Shelby,
yes, Tommy Shelby.
Oh.
Peaky Blinders.
How did
Peaky
you?
Blinders.
How did you just forget?
I
that?
don't know.
Best show on
My mom
Netflix.
brain is what it is.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean,
Tommy Shelby.
Cameron wanted to
I think
become
it happens to a lot
a
of people
movie
because, like,
star.
even our really good friend Chase,
You're a really good friend.
my really good friend Chase, he's now a cowboy. And why is he a cowboy?
Because he watched Yellowstone.
Because he got some boots.
If you're watching
and a
this,
hat.
Chase, we know he did buy a horse, so I will give him that. And he is a horseman now. He's a
horseman.
He wrangles. He wrangles
He's
them.
a horseman.
He wrangles them horses. But it was a little coincidental. It was after Yellowstone, so
He conveniently binged all 4 seasons.
he did. I don't know. I think he might have been watching Yellowstone when this happened.
Who hasn't watched
I got a
Yellowstone,
little clip
honestly?
from the Harley event too. We just did the Concrete Cowboys Harley event. I did the Concrete Cowboys Harley event last Saturday, and Chase was there. And he
Try to
was-
say that 4 times fast.
I just did the Concrete Cowboys.
Concrete
I
Cowboys.
did the event.
Concrete Cowboys.
I did the event on the Saturday.
No, you have to add event in there because
Chase
that's
was
the one that
there.
rolls.
He was there, and I have a nice clip that I'm gonna send Jesse to throw in there of Chase in his cowboy suit.
There we go.
He looked beautiful.
His cowboy
It's a
suit.
cowboy suit.
I think it looks good. I know I'm joking right now and laughing.
Did he have spurs on the side of his
I mean,
boots
I'm sure
with
the
his
hat
cowboy
and the
suit?
boots that he has are not cheap. So
Did
I'm
he
sure that has
have
some nice
a
stuff.
gun buckle thingy holster
He did.
with his cowboy suit?
He was tucked in.
Some leather chaps?
It was tucked in.
Some assless leather chaps.
Okay,
A fringe vest?
so I think before we end this,
Oh god, we didn't even really get into it. And it's so unfortunate because it's
there's
been
plenty
so
more
long.
time. There's plenty more time.
Well, we're gonna wait till after the reunion.
Well,
we're
I
gonna
think-
have a whole episode. Jesse, you're
Yeah.
gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I
we'll watch
will.
it. This is
I
this
will.
is just our first podcast, like talking about things and like
Yeah,
kind
we'll
of
get
like.
into it.
So we kind of do need to talk a little bit about why we're doing this. You know,
Is there really?
we already
Does there need to be a point?
we touched on it, but one thing I think that we should touch on is like how me and Jesse met.
Tell
You
the
know,
love story.
Just the last story of the pod. You know, maybe talk about how we came about because there was a big period that we weren't talking.
Yeah, I'll give a quick little
Tell the love
little
story.
brief story. So I met Cam at like Sierra College way back in the day, like 2013, 2014. Like we had a college class together, like had a buddy that had a college class together. And then there was like, I don't know, almost 7-8 years didn't talk to the dude.
Who got whose number first?
It wasn't a number. It was just Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Into his DMs.
we
I was living
we
down
weren't
in
like
Huntington.
hanging out all the time. Like, but we knew each
No.
other, and we
Okay,
did
who
smoke a
slid
couple
into whose
times, you know?
DMs?
I sent the DM.
You like what you saw?
Yeah.
Like what you said.
I mean, I
I'm cute.
saw an opportunity to hit him up.
He's an opportunist. The
And
truth
because
comes
I had
out.
nothing going on coming back up
You saw
here.
someone doing well and you wanted to capitalize on it.
Not quite, but I saw an old friend that had a business that's growing, and I was like, I want to be a part of that.
It looked fun.
So
It looked fun.
I hit him up on Instagram, and it's kind of a wrap from there.
Honestly, it goes back to the thing about choices.
Yep.
Because, I mean, you just randomly like made a choice to message him on Instagram. It led to a relationship, like friendship. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows what I'd be doing. I was pretty messed up. I came home to a dying dad
Yeah.
at home. And
Rest in peace.
I'm glad that I had something good going on in my life. And I've definitely seen Cameron as like someone I look up to, you know, for the last few years, because I lost my dad, you know, and he was that guy that I was looking up to for a long time. So it's good to have good role models in my life, you know, and we'll see where things are headed.
Was your dad sick for a while?
Yeah, he was sick for years, like 4 years. But he'd have moments of, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. He was drinking, and he'd have moments and months of not drinking. But then he'd slip back into it, and he just completely isolated himself. And COVID was kind of the cherry on top because
Yeah.
everyone was staying home,
Right.
and
It was such a
it
wild
just
time.
gave him the opportunity to consume alcohol all day, every day, you know.
Do you feel like you kind of blocked out that 2020 from your brain? Like,
Yes.
I think about the things that went
Absolutely.
on. Like, it's insanity. Like, if we
Yeah.
told just some strangers, like, say, like, this person was sleeping, I don't know, they were in a coma for 2 years.
Yeah, they would not believe us.
And you told them all the things that were happening. I got harassed at an REI.
I got harassed at T-Mobile.
What, for mask stuff?
Yes, because I wouldn't mask
Crazy.
my child.
Crazy.
At an REI, freaking sporting goods store, outdoor climbing. They wouldn't
Yeah.
let me in because I wouldn't put a mask on my. She was like 2 at the time. And if you told somebody
Crazy
that
times.
now, who had never even heard of all that, that's insanity.
All I know is they cried wolf on us because it's just going to be hard to take them seriously if it happens again. You know?
I know. But
So,
there are
Nobody
people
is.
who will do it again. I mean, still see people. I was at a farmer's market at Whole Foods yesterday, the parking lot, and there was this couple, and they had masks on, but they were not like an N95 mask. They were like something you'd wear, I don't know, in an apocalypse. Like,
like,
like it had like a breather thing.
yeah,
It
like
had,
the
like,
ones you
holes
wear
on
when
the-
you're sanding wood.
Like, yeah, not even the kind you're saying. It was more intense than that.
Oh my
Like, it looked like
goodness.
they were.
Like
I
a
don't know.
gas mask.
What's his name from Batman?
I know what you're talking about. The villain.
Joker?
The villain
Oh.
guy.
Batman. You're talking about
Yeah,
Darth Vader?
The big villain guy.
what's his
who wears a
Bane,
mask.
right?
Yeah, Bane. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Bane.
Tom
That's a
Hardy
crazy
plays
mask.
him.
Who?
Oh God,
Hardy?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Okay. I'm not a big Batman guy.
I'm not a big Batman
I know
guy
the Joker
either, but
and the Batman, but I'm not really.
you
into
would be
it.
into Joker.
I mean, I know
The Joker was
I
so
mean, it's kind of
good.
hard not to know they have a movie about him.
You know who I really like as the Joker? Was,
Joaquin.
No, Jared Leto. That's who
Oh,
played,
yeah? Was he
in,
Joker? I haven't seen that one.
in Suicide Squad.
Mm.
I think that's Jared Leto.
Is it?
You can Google it.
I saw him at the Met Gala in a cat suit, and that was ridiculous and funny.
I had
They're all weird.
Yeah.
I almost
Crazy.
When there is back to the pandemic situation or whatever they call it. I had a run-in with the T-Mobile salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went up, got a new iPhone.
Yeah, that was him. in Suicide Squad.
Was it?
I liked him as the Joker. I don't know. I feel like, sorry.
I don't care.
I was just saying, I feel like the other ones are either like kind of scary, kind of stupid, but he was the one that was actually kind of like, I don't know, just like a different vibe. I really liked it.
Yeah,
I
they're
wanted
working
more
on
of
the
it.
next the sequel to that Joker that came out during the pandemic with Joaquin Phoenix. So I'm
yes, I
excited
think
for
I
that,
saw
just
the
because that was
preview
so
for that.
twisted. Like that Joker was crazy.
Yeah, I never saw. I mean, I don't think we ever watched it. We probably tried to
I
watch
saw
it.
that one a long time ago.
The one with Joaquin Phoenix,
The one I don't remember what the
where
guy's
he wears
name
like the
was.
nurse's dress and all.
Yeah. No. That was.
I'm
with,
talking about the one where he
Heath
like
Ledger.
cuts
Heath
his
Ledger.
face and shit. Like,
Another
That's the one
victim
with
to
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
opiate overdose.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he died from opiate overdose.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so
R.I.P.
I almost beat up a T-Mobile salesman. So
Why?
because I went up to the door and they had back then they had a table in front of the door, like one of those plastic tables I use for the events out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walk up to the table and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get a SIM card for my phone. Like I don't even want a phone. I already have a phone. And the guy asked if I have a mask.
Oh.
And
I remember this.
And I told the guy, I'm standing outside. Why do I need a mask? And he said, because you need. I don't know what
Because
he said.
you're breathing
He
poisonous
literally
air.
just said, if I don't put a mask on, he ain't gonna give me a SIM card. And I said, He said, I'm not a. He told me I wasn't a customer, like of his store. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, bro, I'm a T-Mobile customer. You're a T-Mobile store, so I am a customer, regardless whether I'm buying a case or a phone from you. Like, I'm getting a SIM card from T-Mobile, so I'm pretty sure
Isn't
that I am
anybody
a T-Mobile
who walks
customer.
into a store considered a customer?
Yeah. So he told me I wasn't a customer, and then I basically got really angry
Yeah, I
and told
remember.
him to come outside, and I'm gonna beat him up.
Do you feel like your anger issues have subsided recently? I feel like it. You're not wanting to fight everybody as much.
Nobody's been pissing me off. So
Or maybe you're mellowing out in your old age.
I don't know. I don't know. People just haven't been pissing me off, I guess. I don't know.
I think maybe you've reached that peak in your life where maybe you're just old.
Well, I'm a nice guy.
Or just realizing that some people are not worth burning the energy over.
Oh, no, Cameron
you
still
know?
burns in.
I'm a nice guy,
True.
but if people push my buttons, so it's like,
Which are easily pushed.
yeah, but it's not really. I mean, it's just like you mistake
that
my
to your
kindness for
5-year-old.
weakness. You mistake my kindness for weakness. It's not weakness. So
Kindness for weakness.
that's what people think. They think
Yeah.
because you're so kind, you're so nice. That
Well,
you won't do
there's a
anything,
very
you know?
stark difference between kind and nice. I see a lot of people who are nice. They're just doing nice things, but does that make them a nice person? No. I feel like kindness truly comes from going out of your way to do something.
Kindness
Nice.
comes from the soul. for
Kindness
sure.
comes from within. Nice
Yeah.
is just making sure you hold the door open for somebody.
Fine, I'm kind and nice. I'm kind of nice.
Kind of nice. There you go.
Kind and nice. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
But,
I like to consider
so
myself
before
a
we
kind
end
person.
before we end the podcast, I would like to hear the whisper. One whisper. It's gonna be sweet.
Never.
Please, just do it.
It's so cringy.
Because if you don't do it, then I'm gonna use the crappy phone one. So do a nice
How
one.
about just don't use any of it? Do you need to have somebody say
I'm
that?
using it, so just know that I'm using
How
it.
cute she is.
She's cute. Just know that I'm using it, and all you have to do is a whisper saying it's gonna be sweet. You just did it.
I'm staying out of this one.
Come on, just one for your hubby.
What are you going to do for me?
You know what I'm gonna do for you.
No, I don't want that.
So that means she really does want it.
Oh my gosh. One of the biggest regrets is the things I've left in my mouth.
Wait. I just misheard that. One of the things you let in your mouth.
Left my mouth. I didn't let those words
thought
in.
you
I
said
let them
let in my
out. And they
mouth.
should have
I thought you said it was the
kept
biggest
those
regret I
words.
let in my mouth.
No,
Of course you heard that.
you would.
That's all I heard.
I have not let anything in this mouth in a long time.
Not true. That's a lie. Anyways, so can you just do that so we can end this real quick? 'Cause we can't end this until you do it.
You like is that the sign off? I have
Yeah.
to do it.
You have to. Because then we'll
Maybe
do
I
it.
want to keep talking.
No, it'll be. It's gonna be. That's the end. That's the end of the podcast.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be stupid.
Oh man.
Do it once. Come on.
I can't. My throat
Come
has like
on.
a tickle.
Come on.
I can't do it.
Help me out here.
No.
If you don't do that, I'm gonna use the worst one on the phone. I'm gonna
That
use
would be your own detriment, though.
It's gonna be sweet. That's what I'm gonna
If
do.
you choose to do that,
I think
that's
people
your own
might,
fault.
I think people might like it, honestly.
It's cringy.
You just said it's. You were there. You were almost.
It's going to be.
Okay, you can just whisper it.
Why?
You just whispered. I don't know what the big deal is. You're making a big
Because
deal out of
the
this.
phrase "it's gonna be sweet" being whispered, just I don't know. It just doesn't flow. It doesn't come off.
Zach, don't you think that would be dope if it was the beat in the beginning for like 10 seconds, and then when the beat ends, her voice says, "It's gonna be sweet." He said yes. See?
Little lisp.
Yeah, we were just talking about lists.
hell?
We were just talking about
You can
lists.
tell they're homies.
We were just talking about
lists.
lists before you got earlier. She's like, every time you do a girl voice, do you do a lisp? I said, yes. I always do a lisp because that's how girls talk.
Yeah.
Okay, just
All the girls that you know talk like that.
I don't know any girls.
Exactly. So, where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I watch a lot of Instagram videos, so
I watch a lot of Instagram.
and YouTube and TikTok. Okay, can you just wrap this up so we can get so we can get going?
I am hungry. It's so into it.
Why are you making such a
Because
big
you're
deal?
all staring at me.
Okay, we won't look.
It
Go-
just doesn't
Jesse,
feel
look the other way.
natural. It feels like,
Cover your eyes.
oh man, it's gonna be sweet.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Is that perfect?
Perfect.
One more time.
You're welcome. No, absolutely
And now,
not.
now he's just getting pleasure out of it.
You can't do a little like in the beginning.
That's what got you in trouble the first time. Is that one?
Zach, you want to hear it?
No, no, Cameron.
show you. It'll be on
You
the
already
podcast.
sent
Pushing
it to
the
your stupid little
limits.
group message. I saw what everybody had to say. I cannot
They
believe
love
you
it.
did that.
They love it
Dylan was
God.
insinuating I was like making porn noises.
because it sounded pretty good, honestly. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I hope Dylan didn't take those recordings and do something with.
God,
them.
I
Be
hope
the
I
first
didn't say
weird thing
anything
he's
crazy.
We were gonna call him.
And it definitely won't be the
We
last.
were supposed to call. Just to let you know, we were supposed to call our buddy Dylan. He's gonna have a little segment on this podcast. But,
He's gonna be our weatherman.
He, for some reason, was busy like he always is. Who knows? He might not be on the podcast. He might be. Just stay tuned.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
We're just gonna call him and check in every once in a while.
Yeah, he'll
See
be
how
busy.
he's
Yeah,
doing.
we're just gonna mess around. So
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe. Give our channel a follow. And we're excited to keep these pods coming. Cam?
Podcast 1.
1.
This is in real time. Real time, right here. Oh, who's that? Oh no,
He's not supposed to be here.
he's not. He's supposed to be home with his child. Dang, bro, you should have came to the crib.
Now it's official.
Oh shit, there we go. Son, straight from the inventory. All right, yeah. So we appreciate you guys listening. There'll be more podcasts to come. Stay tuned. We will have some good podcasts, moto, addiction, cool stuff to talk about, whatever. So
Reality TV.
Hat off now and say Chad Reed wore that shit.
yeah, Chad Reed wore that. You can't see it, but he was wearing the hat. There, actually, Chad Reed is right behind my wife right here, so
I
you
think
can't really see
everybody
him.
needs to let you know
But-
how many episodes they want on reality TV.
No,
and
Chad
I
Reed's
will
literally right
deliver.
there. You see him? Okay.
I think we should dedicate a whole episode to the show, too.
Well, not just Vanderpump. I think we could talk about Housewives. Cameron loves some New Jersey
Freaking-
Housewives.
Okay, just to be clear, I didn't really talk about it fully, but I freaking hate those people on Housewives. I hate the people on Vanderpump Rules. I think they're all just ridiculous, and I think it's fake. She doesn't think it's fake. I think it's all fake.
Okay, well, no. How
So-
far? If you want to really like say fake, I feel like yes, they're friends for the season and they all hang out because they're all on the cast together. So maybe you could call that friendship-ish thing fake. But what goes on between them, like the beefing, like that's real.
We'll see. Throw me out there. I'll tell you if it's real. Put me
Throw
on.
you out where?
Bring me on. I'll tell you if it's real or not, because I guarantee you it's fake. But anyways, we'll talk about more about that. We'll talk more about addiction. We'll talk more about moto. Talk more about cool things. We got actually one thing I didn't say is we do have a guest coming on next week. Bud Skycam. So he's the drone pilot for all the NorCal motocross tracks. He has an exciting announcement to make. We're going to be announcing it on the It's Gonna Be Sweet podcast with me and Jesse. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We're going to record that next week. Should be dropping in the next couple weeks here. Should be a good one. We got plenty of good questions to talk about with him and how his business grew so quickly, what he's got going on in the future. Tons of cool stuff to talk about. So stay tuned for that. We appreciate you guys listening. Like, subscribe, comment, hit us up. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
See you on the next one.
We're out of here.